Okay, everyone, good morning. My name is Georgia Glanthus, and with my colleague Lina Scufari, we will be giving you today some guidelines on how to go about the evaluation procedure being done remotely. Some housekeeping rules once again. Please mute yourselves, keep your mics muted throughout the duration of this session. Your webcams should be unshared, so please do not share your webcam at the moment. And if you have any questions, please post the questions in the chat function and we will get back to them at the end of the session. We believe that the session will not take longer than 30 minutes, but this always depends on any questions you may have. So let's just start. What we'll be covering today is the procedure and the rules that have been set for the evaluation, the second phase evaluation. Some function details of the platform that we will be using, and then a Q&A function, a Q&A session for any technical questions you may have, either in regards to the platform or in regards to the procedure in total. Kindly note that the slides we'll be using are in Greek. However, as we have a number of attendees that do not speak Greek, I will be addressing you in English. So first thing first, what you will need to do is connect 15 minutes before the interview session in the control room in the GoToMeeting platform. A link and a password very specific to your own proposal will be sent to you in a couple of days. When you enter the control room, what you need to have with you is your ID or your passport, because we will be asking you to show it to the webcam in order to cross-check your details with the details you have sent us in regards to the persons that will be in the team. So kindly note that if you do not have your ID with you, you will not be allowed to move on to the next session. Also, please note that because we will be using the webcam to see your ID, this procedure will not be recorded in any way. After you have shown us your ID or passport, then we will give you a link. It's an online form which you will have to fill in. This form will have a list of the panel members that will be participating in the evaluation of your proposal. And what you will be requested to do is to check their names and their organizations or countries of activity, and let us know if you have any conflict of interest with anyone. You may choose up to 2 panel members to have them removed from the interview panel. And also the way we will be asking you to do this is that we will activate the share screen function and make the coordinator or the presenter as presenter, give the presenter rights, and then you will have to share your screen and use the link we will send you in the chat to fill in the form. After you have done this, so after you have completed the conflict of interest statement, you will be given once again via the chat function a new link and a new password to enter the interview or the pitching room. What you need to do, and please be careful, is you need to copy and paste the link and the password we will give you into another document. This is because you will not be able to have 2 sessions open simultaneously. So you need to copy paste the link and the password we will give you into another document, and then close this session in order to be able to open up the pitching room. Now in the pitching room, you will meet immediately the evaluation panel. So it will be 5 to 7 people who are being assigned as evaluators, as well as any RIF staff that is monitoring or participating in the procedure, and observers of the procedure, as these have been assigned in external organizations other than RIF. Before you enter the room, a briefer, so someone from the evaluation panel, will give a short briefing about your proposal to the rest of the panel members. So kindly note that they will be briefed before you enter the room. Once you enter, you will be given presenter rights. So the person that will be changing the slides of the presentation will be given presenter rights, and you will be requested to share your screen and upload to your screen the presentation that you have already sent to RIF. So please be careful to make sure you send the exact same presentation you have sent to us, because we will be in fact monitoring that it is the same. In regards to time, you will have 10 minutes for your presentation. A good thing to have in mind is that you will be addressing people that have a very strong business background. So make sure you address any business-related issues. And then after the presentation is completed, you will have 20 minutes for a Q&A session with the panel. We are very strict with timing, so we will be sharing a timer on the screen, and we will have a countdown, exactly 10 minutes for your presentation and exactly 20 minutes for the Q&A session. In the Q&A session, we do recommend to keep your answers short and sweet in order to have enough time to have the questions from all panel members answered. And once your pitching or your interview is completed, you will be requested to leave the platform. So close the GoToMeeting window. Moving on the regulations, we have set a number of regulations in place to ensure the procedure runs smoothly. First one is that the members of the team need to be alone in the room from where you will be connecting. So you may choose either to connect each person in one room or the group of up to 3 people in one single room. No one else. The only exception is an IT support person that may enter the room only for as long as needed to fix any technical issues. Another regulation is that you are not allowed to record or photograph the interview at any time of the session, of the pitching session. And also you need to take care of having a very stable connection to the internet using a computer or a software that is compatible with the platform, with the GoToMeeting platform. We strongly recommend that you use a computer, not a laptop, not a tablet, and not a mobile phone. Otherwise, you may be facing different issues which we will not be able to resolve. Also, we recommend that you use a headset with a microphone in order to have the best possible sound during the whole process. What you should also note is that in case you use another presentation than the one you have already sent us, or in case you use any other means these being either technical or sound or a visual or a video or anything else that we consider that may influence the pitching, then we will stop the session immediately. Also, in case there is a delay in your connection connecting to the pitching room, any delay in time will be removed from the total time we have given to your session. So if you are 5 minutes late, then instead of 30 minutes, you will have 25 minutes. And in case we as RIF face any technical issues that prohibit us from running the interview smoothly, we will arrange for a new session at another time. Now, a little bit about the functionalities of the platform. What we recommend in terms of how you view, let's say, the platform is that you choose to view only active cameras. As I said, in the room, in the pitching room, you will see the evaluation panel members participating, also RIF staff, and then the observers. However, to make sure that you have the view of all panel members at all times, we recommend that you choose to view only active cameras, because only the evaluators and the timer will be using active cameras during your session. Moving on, in terms of how to use your microphone, it's pretty simple. Once you connect, you always connect muted. So in order to speak up, you need to unmute yourself. It's very easy, very basic. You just click on the mic button and then you unmute. In regards to how to share your camera, once again, very simple. You click on the camera icon. And then for the chat is basically the bubble you see on the right top of your screen. Once you click on that, then you will be able to see the chat function if you don't already see it. You can choose to send the text either to everyone or only to the organizers. This is only for your information. Basically, the chat function, you will be using it in order to get the link for the pitching room and the password for the pitching room. Moving on, how to share your screen. You will be given presenter rights in order to share your screen. Otherwise, you may not share your screen. So once you are given presenter rights, you can share your screen, and you can choose either to share your screen in total, so we will be able to see all of your screen, or you may choose to share your application, so only share an application open in your computer. We recommend you choose to share your screen instead of the application, because we have seen that at times if you share the application function, you experience a little bit of freezing. So we suggest that you have a clear screen and choose to share your screen instead of the application. That's about it, about the procedure. I will now check for any questions that you may have and get back to you. Can you please let us know how long the presentation will take? I take this was the question about this session. As I said at the beginning, this is quite short, so we believe 30 minutes will be enough. Then we have another question. Clarify to who we need to send our slides tomorrow. You need to send, this is for the SEED program, so my colleague has already replied to this. Will it be possible to share the presentation slides after the end of the session? Yes, we will send you an email containing the slides of this presentation and possibly a recording of this presentation to make sure you have all the information. Will all the members of our team need to complete the link or only one is okay? I believe this question refers to the conflict of interest. We will request the main presenter of your team to complete the link. Only one person is okay, so you will need to collaborate among yourselves in order to complete the link. You will be given approximately 5 minutes to check the names. You can check the names via internet or LinkedIn or whatever means you require. And then one of you, the one that will be sharing the screen, will need to complete the form and submit it. Individually join the session from different devices or join together. This is up to you. If you choose to join with one device, what we have seen is that because you will need to come together in order to have a good view from the webcam, this transmits your icon or your video in a smaller scale. So if it's just one person per webcam, then the reviewers will be able to see your faces individually more clear. If it's the three of you all together, then you understand this is limiting, let's say, the resolution or the detail of your faces. So it's up to you. You can either decide to connect individually or decide to connect as a group. Can our selection of panelists for exclusion due to conflict of interest be challenged by IAF, or will it be accepted as is? We will not challenge your conflict of interest. However, we may ask for clarifications. Why are you, in fact, requesting for this person to be removed? The presentation should be in PDF, not PPT. So the PDF version you have sent to us, this is the presentation you will be requested to open up. Who will be actually uploading the presentation, us or RIF? As I said during the session, we will give you presenter rights and you will be requested to open up your presentation in your screen. If we are 3 people, can we each present from a separate room? Okay, I think we have already covered this. If useful during the presentation, can we show the public profile of the company? For example, website? No, you may not. What you may be allowed to do is show in the screen in the webcam your prototype or your demo. But if you show anything else, then this is clear from our side. We will stop the procedure. What about if technical problems arise at the last moment? This is why we have requested from you to send us a telephone number which we can use in case of emergency. We do not anticipate any technical problems from our side. But as I said, if technical issues are presented from our side, then we will arrange for the session to take place on a different time and date. Can the presenter pick up a physical product and show it to the camera? Yes, as I said, if this is the prototype of your product, yes, you may pick it up and show it to the camera. PDF or PowerPoint? PDF, please. I'm just checking for additional questions. Okay, a number of you are asking about the PowerPoint, Word, or actual slides, or well, what we need from you is the PDF document that you will be running during your pitch. So we expect actual slides that have been transformed in PDF format. How many people should deliver the presentation if there are more than one in a team? This is up to you. You may choose only one of you to talk. You may choose to alternate between you. It's up to you. In any case, we will give presenter rights only to one person. So if you decide that you talk simultaneously or exchange sequence and collaborate in order to present, this is totally fine with us. However, you have to also collaborate with the person that will have the presenter rights in order to change the slides each time. Can you please repeat the active cameras issue? It was not clear to me. Okay, so I will go back. If you see on the top middle of your screen, you have the option of view everyone, and there is a drop-down list if you click on the arrows. So what we recommend is that you choose to view active cameras instead of everyone or who is talking or hide everyone. And if you choose to check to view only active cameras, this will basically mean that you will be able to see simultaneously all panel members. If you choose to see everyone, then the little boxes will be too little. And if you choose to see who's talking, then you will only be seeing who is talking at the moment. So we believe that the best solution is to click on the active cameras function. How about answering questions from the 3 people of the team? So you can answer, anyone can answer the question. It's up to you. So it's not only the presenter, any member of the team can answer the question if you believe that they are more suited to answer this specific question. Just to repeat, try to keep your answers short and sweet, and not spend too much time only on one question, because this basically means that not all panel members will have the opportunity to ask as many questions as they wish. Do you require us to submit an updated proposal along with the presentation? No, we do not require updated proposals. We just want your slides. Can you please confirm whether all the evaluators will have read the proposal beforehand or only the briefer? We send out the proposals and the evaluation summary reports of the first phase. We send also your slides. We send everything to all panel members. We just ask the briefer to be ready to present your proposal to the rest of the group. Are we allowed to have animations on PowerPoint slides? No, no animations allowed, no videos allowed. Is it possible to use a single camera for 3 persons? We have already addressed this. Can you please publish the answers to the questions to the other people? That's why I'm reading out loud. In case I'm missing something, please send us an email or give the colleague, the project officer, a call, and they will certainly address any issues you may have. What's the answer to the question on picking up a physical object and showing it during the talk? The answer is yes. You may pick up a physical object and show it, as long as this object is in fact the prototype of your product or your demo. in the Q&A session, who switches the privileges between the three presenters depending upon who actually answers the question. It will be up to you to mute or unmute yourselves. So it will require a bit of good collaboration, let's say. This is a challenge for the team. It will be up to you to mute or unmute yourselves. It is confusing. Can you actually show a demo? Well, yes, in some cases, depending on the demo, if it's, let's say, an application on the mobile phone, you can pick up your mobile phone and show the demo. That's what we mean. When will we have the link for our session? Good question. We will be sending out the links and password for the checkpoint control rooms for each proposal. For the proposals under the innovation program, we will send this either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. For the seed program, I believe it will be more or less the same. So most likely tomorrow morning, everyone will have the link for their checkpoint room. This is actually a good question because it gives me the opportunity to kindly request that you only use the link 15 minutes before your assigned interview time. This is very important, as it will, if you use it earlier than that, you will see that you will not be able to enter the room, and this may create confusion or unnecessary anxiety from your side. But also, if we have a lot of clicks, unnecessary clicks before the assigned times, it could create technical problems on our servers as well. So please, this is a very heartily, let's say, request. Only try to connect to the link 15 minutes before your assigned time. Can you jump out of your presentation and show your software or website during the presentation? No, you may not do this. If you do this, we will stop the procedure. We will present from a room with screens in background. Is that acceptable? It depends what you mean with background. If you are, if you have a background, a professional background, meaning an office space behind you, okay. But if you mean background having the label of the company behind you, or having a banner behind you with the logos of your company or with your applications, it's okay. It should be okay. Just don't show anything that could interrupt the procedure or be additional to anything else that we don't already know, let's say. The other member can answer questions in the 20 minutes Q&A. Yes, any team member can answer questions. We will open the PDF on our computer locally, or we will control the PDF we send you remotely. No, you will be requested to open up the PDF you have sent us from your computer. So we will not give you keyboard and mouse control on our laptops or on our computer. You will be requested to open up the PDF you sent us on your computer and then share your screen in order to run it. Is widescreen size of slides okay, or do you need it to be square like yours? It's up to you. We do not have any specific requirements. If our solution is a service portal, can we share it to the screen? No, you can have screenshots of your portal, but you cannot minimize your presentation to show another website or another portal. How many questions should we expect to know how much time was spent answering each thread's question. We cannot really say that you have 20 minutes. If you answer short, you will get more questions. If you answer long, you will be asked less questions. So we cannot really say. Indicatively, we try to split equally the time between panel members. So if you have 20 minutes and you have 7 panel members, this basically means that each panel member can have approximately 2.5 minutes to ask questions. From our experience, we see that they ask and ask and ask questions in order to use up as much time as they can. So that's why we say try to answer short and sweet. It says during the Q&A, and in order for all 3 team members to hear the questions, we need to put in open loudspeaker mode, and then the answeree should plug and reply through own headset. This is up to you. I mean, if you want to use a loudspeaker and not have headsets, it's up to you to decide. Our recommendation is that you use separate headsets in order to save time between switching from one to another. So if each time you need to plug in a headset, this will take up time from the time you have to present or from the time you have to answer questions. So it's up to you. Just need another clarification for PDF versus PowerPoint. Is a presenter allowed to use PowerPoint application during the pitch or just PDF? Just PDF and only PDF, only the PDF you have sent to us. If we make changes to the proposal to address evaluators' issues, should we submit an updated version? No. Is the presentation considered the final proposal? Yes, you may use the presentation to address different sessions. Marilena, you would like to say something about this?
Yeah, good morning from me as well. I would like to clarify some things that you've been asking, make sure that everything is clear. I think there was a question about the background. Make sure that you don't show anything that is in addition to your proposal, okay? So we don't want to see at the back information that has to do with the project. Okay, so if this is the case, then we will close the camera. Make sure that you have a black background. Okay, so we don't need we don't want you to have any additional information other than your PDF, your presentation. The presentation has to be presenting. You have to present the proposal that was submitted to RIF. So you don't present a different proposal changed after your first comments that you received from the evaluators. So the evaluation is based on the proposal that was submitted to RIF. Okay, so you may have in your presentation some clarifications about questions or things that were raised in the evaluation report, but the proposal will not be changed. Okay, so that's very clear. You also asked about how much time you have. Usually the evaluators ask you to be very brief and to the point, to give them the time to ask for more questions and more clarification. So just make sure that you answer your questions to the point, so they will have time for more and more questions and more clarifications. I think that's for now, and if anything else, I will come back. Thank you.
Okay, so you have a lot of questions. We are trying to address everything. Please, if we have already answered something, don't post it again, because we're, let me rephrase that. If you have posted once your question, don't worry, we will read it and get back to you. You do not need to ask it again. The question is, will panel members be asking specific questions to specific members of our teams? This is up to them. If they want to ask someone specifically, they are free to do it. About the 3 team members interview session, does that include any person from the institutions that will be partnering in the proposal? 3 team members is 3 members of your team, or 3 people that have are working in your company. What you may not have, who you may not have in your team, is a consultant or someone that is in fact from the foreign research organization that is a partner in your project. Will we be able to connect all 3 members with different PCs using the same GoToMeeting code? Yes, as you can see, we are now, I think, 80 people using the exact same link and code, so no problem with that. However, have in mind that we'll be monitoring all the time the procedure, and if we see a name that we have not identified at the checkpoint room, we will dismiss them immediately, or we may even choose to stop the procedure at that time. So don't invite any additional members just because you will give them the link and the code to participate. A number of you are asking about the deadline for the PDF. I believe this question is for the SEED program because the INNOVATE deadline has already passed. My colleagues will be sending you a reminder. The deadline is for today. And is it at the end of the business day? No, the deadline is for the 30th of October, sorry, so not today. My colleague will send you now a reminder with full details about the day and time you are required to send your PDF presentation. Referring to the question showing the software, you previously said that it is okay to show a demo of the product, even if this is an application. Why is it an issue to do the same with software? This sounds unfair. Well, if you want to show it on your mobile phone, this is okay. However, what we will not allow is that you close your presentation to open up something else. The screens in background will have world map with our sheets shown on it, like air traffic. Okay, this was answered by Marilena previously. Do you ensure that the panelists actually review the documents about our proposals? Yes, the panelists review the documents about your proposals. The presentation is only to accompany the pitch, right? Not the business plan. How you formulate your presentation is up to you. So feel free to modify it in the case of SEED programs as you wish. INNOVATE, once again, the deadline has passed. If we use exactly the same slides, but instead of PDF, we use the PowerPoint just to ensure faster transfer from slide to slide, why would this be a problem? It could be a problem. It could create issues to the platform. It will also be unfair to the people respecting the rules we have set. So please make sure you put the PDF on the screen. I can see you. I cannot hear anything after your colleague started speaking. I'm not sure about this. No, it could be a short, it could have been a short technical issue. How do you ensure that the panelists actually review the documents sent to them? Okay, I don't believe you need to know all the details. We do have ways to monitor this procedure, so don't worry, they review it. If we, just give me a second. I'm just looking through the questions to make sure that we do not repeat everything twice or more. What if the evaluators properly identified weakness and we made changes to address them and improve on the proposal? Are we not allowed to talk about improvements? Well, the proposal is evaluated based on what you sent us. So if I don't believe it will be fair to present something other than the proposal that you have already submitted to us. Can you show a slide from the appendix of the presentation which is not in the 10-minute pitch to answer a question? Yes, if you have sent backup slides to us in the INNOVATE program, or if you will send backup slides to the SEED program, yes, if a question rises up, you may use the backup slide to address the question. Is the panel the same for all? It's the same panel for each program. So it's the same panel for all innovation program proposals, and it will be the same panel for all SEED program. So two different panels, same panel for each program. How about the SEED proposals that are currently under a re-evaluation due to redress? Yes, the SEED proposals that are under re-evaluation due to redress will be evaluated, and once we have the evaluation, if the proposal in fact is progresses to the second phase, we will notify the coordinators accordingly. Please clarify again if we can show our online tool in the event that they ask about it. We have already replied to this. Okay, there's another question about the 3 team members to the interview session. We have already replied to this. Can you please clarify the briefer role? The role of the briefer is to give an overview to the rest of the panel about your proposal. So basically nothing else rather than that. So they do not have, let's say, higher voting rights than the rest of the group. They are just the briefer they are just being assigned to present your proposal to the rest of the group. We haven't sent backup slides in INNOVATE program. Can we send it now? No, I'm sorry, you cannot. Is there overlap of the SEED panel with the pre-SEED panel from this month's review process? I believe no. We were asked for scientific data backing. Are we not allowed to show those? Marilena, there is a number of questions regarding the improvements suggested by the evaluators. Would you like to comment again on that?
Okay, as already mentioned, the proposals that are evaluated are the ones that were submitted based on the call for proposals. Okay, so no changes are allowed to the proposals. You can mention some issues that were raised by the evaluators, but you cannot proceed saying that we're going to change and do something else, because there is no process for amendments in the proposals. The proposals are actually evaluated as they were submitted. So yes, you can mention that this was an issue that was raised in the first evaluation, and we think we can make this to improve or things like that, but you cannot come to the second phase of evaluation presenting a different proposal. Okay, so proposals should be the same. So you may answer some questions, but you are not presenting a different proposal. So you may not change your a methodology. You may not change. You can say that we read the comments and we know this is an issue, or we realize this is an issue, and we think this can be solved in this way. But the proposal that you submitted is the one that is evaluated by the committee. Okay.
Okay, another question. Will it be possible to connect later with someone from RIF with our conference system, camera and sound, to let us know if you are satisfied with the camera resolution and sound? This is quite difficult. However, what we believe that will be easier to do is that you use the platform with someone else outside your company and test it yourselves. We cannot, I mean, you understand that we have more than 100 people participating in this procedure. We cannot really do a test session for each and every one. However, what we have managed, let's say, to secure is that because we will be having 2 rooms. So first room will be the checkpoint room where you will be showing your ID and doing the conflict online, the conflict statement. Then that will also be your chance to test your sound, your microphones and your cameras, that everything is working. This is what we could do individually, let's say, for each and every one of you. However, we cannot hold an extra session just for testing for each company. We are not going to change the proposal or the methodology, but we address our steps of business strategy since the submission of the proposal. That's okay. Please let us know. Okay, Marilena already said that let's say that the only thing you can change, is that you mentioned that the reviewer of our proposal said this, and we will take it into consideration. If a panel member asks a question, a relevant question, I believe you could clarify that, well, we have already thought about this and we believe that we will solve it this way. Other than that, you may not change your proposal in any other way. And I believe this should be the end of the session, as I do not see any additional questions popping up. A recommendation to everyone: try to be calm, try to be positive, try to smile. The evaluation panel members are working with a positive attitude, so they will be asking you questions, they will be asking you difficult questions, but the only reason they are doing this is because we truly want to fund proposals worth funding. So try to be, I understand all the stressing and anxiety that is going on. Try to be calm, and with a good collaboration between all of us, I believe this will run smoothly. So thank you very much. This is the end of the session. As I said before, in the next couple of days, you will receive an email with the link and password for your proposal to check in the checkpoint room. And we will also send some things we consider as clarifications or notifications that have come up from this session. And we will also send you the slides and the recording if this is available until tomorrow. So thank you very much, everyone. And we either see you Monday or any day in the following 2 weeks. Thank you very much.